stairs.
It's the Friday stairs?
Yeah,
I'm gonna slap fire out every single one of you niggas on Tuesday. What's up, Mark?
Are you locked out of the house? What's going on? Why you
I come here on Tuesdays, niggas is, what up, nigga? Niggas don't want to look me in the eye.
Let me tell you how lit we are. We don't even use a board. Look. We just go.
But we'll talk about it then. Today is y'all day. Today's Mona and us. You know what I mean? We gotta praise Mona. I think she's great. I think she's amazing. I'm a big, huge fan. I've been doing some research and, you know what I'm saying? I think Joe did a great job. So I just came here to be a supportive role.
Yeah, you sing, you tell jokes, and then y'all do a little thing together at the end, whatever
Ping
that
pong.
is.
You see how he keeps saying a little thing in the beginning?
No.
No, seriously, there's so much content to clip from today's Patreon episode. I would definitely get this video copyrighted, no question. The tension up there? Unreal. For those who don't know or don't have Patreon, Queenzflip showed up on the set the same day Mona was there. Man, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I already knew Joe was going to drop a Patreon episode, and he was pushing it back so everyone would flock to YouTube for the Nas interview to hit big numbers. Some of y'all pointed that out in the comments of the last video, saying he was trying to boost Nas, and okay, I'll concede that. Honestly, at this point, I don't even care. Today's Patreon dropped late, whatever. Flip shows up around the 2-hour, 10-15-minute mark and immediately starts going berserk. You could feel the tension instantly. Flip sits in Joe's seat. Joe sits where Parks normally sits. All the seats get shuffled, and Flip just lets it fly. He starts calling everyone out for everything. Y'all don't even look me in the face when I walk in the room anymore. I see y'all getting catered to on Fridays. And I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. Flip was just letting it fly. I hadn't realized Keno and Edith were only coming on Fridays, and Fridays only. I was over here focused on the show and what they were cheffing up, completely missing that. Flip keeps going. He talks about the commercial. I see I only had a tiny little clip in the commercial, attached to another. Thank you, Flip, for opening my eyes to this, guys. Not once had I spoken on the importance of that commercial to anyone outside Joe. And that person is Mark Lamont Hill. Queens is heated for a reason, because he knows that should have been an improper improv moment on that commercial. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself because this episode is ridiculous. Too much went down. I'm not even exaggerating. So here's the breakdown. Mark Lamont Hill, or Queenzflip, wakes it up. The only reason I'm in the commercial is that I'm tied to Mark Lamont Hill, our fight or whatever. Mark Lamont Hill and the Ian Show are on the commercial as part of the network and Podwise, where Mark is a moderator. So Mark is getting the most shine of anyone up there. I hadn't even noticed that. And we already know the moves Mark has been making. We've been talking about that from the jump. Now Flip's turning his attention to Mona. Hey Mona, I didn't think you were funny when I first saw you. I didn't, you're abrasive. And that's just the start. So let me get this straight. And then the co-hosts immediately jump in like, yo, she's abrasive. Hold up, let me get this straight. Y'all get into an altercation. Most of the rumors say it started because of Flip, but Flip comes on and says Mona is abrasive, either toward him specifically or just in general. So he had this predetermined notion about her and was treating her that way. Mona felt a certain type of way, saw the energy coming from Flip, and boom, a fight erupts. Joe's like, oh hell no, way too early for this. Shout out to Flip for actually showing up the day he told Mark he would. You can clearly see the tension between Mark and Flip, it's undeniable. They don't rock with each other at all. And Flip's looking at Mark differently after that fight, because if you noticed, Mark ended up getting all the positive publicity from it. All of it. That's not even Mark's character. It's beneath him. He must have been really heated. Calling him a sucker? That stung, because he's an intellectual, and that word carries weight. Meanwhile, Flip got called the bad guy so much that even people who don't watch the podcast were saying this is a dumb podcast just because of how he came at Mark. Flip came firing shots at everybody, and it landed. Everyone felt it, every single person. Every time these start letting leak, he gives that same look, and he had it. Ice was like, oh shit. And for anyone saying Mona's all calm, nope, that's a Patreon take I'm saving for later. This episode is pure chaos. Flip comes in around the 2-hour, 15-minute mark and basically dominates until the end. He calms down a bit at the end, but the energy shift when he showed up, unmistakable. I don't know if I'm hyping Flip or calling him out, but he literally said it himself. Y'all don't even look me in the eye because your energy is off, my energy on the pod is off. And imagine if Flip brought that energy 24/7. This pod would be unstoppable. It'd go straight to the moon. Of course, this is a Patreon episode, so there's too much to clip without hitting copyright. But trust me, it's insane. And on top of all that, Flip was calling out Parks too, to the point where Parks couldn't even respond like he normally would. Mona, I see ya. I've been pointing out the tension between you and Mark, and nobody was picking up on it. But now, after all this, it's undeniable. Mark was getting his shine like he normally does, no cap. And I pointed this out before, not just for the Joe Budden crew, but in general. Whenever someone tries to downplay what I'm doing, call it little, or try to diminish it, I catch it immediately. So Mona, she's not wrong here. She's not wrong at all. But notice how she reacts to what Mark is saying. She starts talking to Amani, addressing Mark, saying, "Hey, notice how he said little? Oh no, that's not what I..." "Nah, it is what you meant." Guys, Mona does not, I repeat, does not rock with Mark, but Joe's gonna have to make a decision. It's easy to point fingers at Flip when nobody gets along with him, but what happens when nobody vibes with the new hire? That's a bad look. You can't keep letting people go, especially the women. Joe knows deep down he can't let Mona go, even if he's not rocking with her. Somebody else would have to be first. Notice at the end of Flip's explosion, they start to segue, and Mark begins asking everyone what they want to do in 2026. Joe brings it up again, and I'm speaking strictly on what they said on Patreon. Oh man, this episode. I almost don't want to say it because Joe is pushing the Patreon and the network hard right now. But this episode, it eerily reminds me of episode 4. Not 37, that's when they weren't there, but the one right before that, 435 and 436. The tension up there is thick, and every single person is paying attention to the moves Joe is making behind the scenes. Flip's the only one bold enough to call it out alongside Mona, which is why Joe keeps them separate. It's not just because of the altercation, guys. I'll say it first. Joe knows he can't control this type of explosion every episode. And let me tell you, if Flip and Mona ever got on the same page, and it's clear as day there's still tension, they would explode. Explosion. But good God, there's way too much going on to put all the clips in this YouTube video, and way too much for me to even break down here. Head over to Patreon, that's where the real chaos is. This is like the 3rd video I dropped there today. I'm going full mental over there, just going crazy with this. But anyway, I'll see y'all over there. Like the video if you're feeling it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. If you have, you already know how we rock it. You know what it is over here, man.